Hello, and you're watching a review on the new Sony Ericsson Live with Walkman Android 4.0. Well, to start, the traditional lock screen is still the same. Instead of turning your phone onto silent this time, you have the option for a camera, still with the traditional slide. Takes a while. And you've got your camera here. Still virtually the same, just with fewer options on the screen. Still the slide for the video here. And you've got all your options over here still. But anyway, you've still got the basic home screen with the four corners. Obviously your widgets, your time. So what's different from Gingerbread to this one? Well, you get the same scroll sort of speed with the home screen, still quite slow, but you can obviously do a third party. You still got the traditional menu with the organisation down there, and then you've got obviously your applications. Right. Well, here is your settings. Bit of a change from Gingerbread. You've now got a shortcut which turns your Wi-Fi on and off. You've got scan and add. So if we turn it on, there's a new feature. Instead of being able to type in your wireless key, for instance, you go here. If you go to connect, okay, bad example, it's my own wireless. Right, for here for instance, it's trying to connect, so you've got a traditional password. But if you go into your advanced options, down here, as you can see, you usually have a point of access where you can choose from the new WPS settings that you find on most routers these days, unlike Gingerbread. Okay, let's turn off the wireless for now. Okay, you've still got your traditional Bluetooth with a shortcut. You've got a bit more data usage as well, limitations. You can limit your data usage now through your mobile. So, and it gives you a rundown of all your apps that you've had using data. Right, if you go into more here, you've got your flight mode still. Press it, it turns on, turns off. You've also got your VPN as per usual, your tethering and portable hotspots. And down here you've still got your call settings. And for your sound, still the same, with the xLoud being at the top, going down. But a new feature in here is if you go to select a ringtone, you can, but I've already set mine up as a default, my apologies guys, you can choose from two different applications using the Android system, or you can use a new sound picker which you can use to change your MP3s, to use your MP3s rather, instead of having to make a media folder onto your SD and then sort it out that way. When you first initially get ICS installed, you have your dial pad touch tones on, your touch sound, your screen unlock, and your vibrate on touch. Okay, and you've still got your typical display settings with the auto rotate, wallpaper, your sleep timer, font size, and your theme choose. Right, a new thing, storage has changed a little bit. There's your total space for your internal memory. There's what the apps are using. There's your available and your interning, and here's your SD card. So I've got that on apps, that on my videos and music, audio, downloads, and other crap. And you've still got your traditional unmount and your erase. Okay, and for your battery, Still a similar system. Still says discharging, how long your battery's been on, and still gives you the breakdown of what's using what. And for your apps, still same, downloaded, SD, running, and your all. And obviously your Xperia bits with your connectivity, your inside the Facebook, etc., and your liveware manager. Okay. Obviously, accounts and sync hasn't changed. Your location services, pretty much the same. For your wireless, location services, GPS, and obviously to let Google get your location for your searches. Right, in terms of security, you've got a choice of lock screens now. You've got the traditional slide, you've got pattern as we're all familiar with, PIN and password. Password is just a passphrase, 1, 2, 3, 4, a word. PIN, everyone knows PIN, traditional setup. Pattern is something that's been from 2.3, but face lock is a new feature for Android 4.0. If you bear with me a second. It takes a while to set up. And there we go, face captured. So, and obviously if that fails and face lock doesn't recognise you at the time, you can set up a pattern. So, basic one, just set up like that for now. Yep. Right. And now, also you can turn off the visibility of your pattern so that friends don't actually catch on, or perhaps you've got a son, daughter, which tends to look over your shoulder. You can turn off the visibility on your pattern and it doesn't show where you've been, but it will show up once you unlock it. It quickly flashes up just to show you that it's correct. You can make your passwords visible as well. Also coming into security is to do with your apps you don't install off the market, which is still your unknown sources and a load of other crap. Right, your language and input is you've got correct your spelling. Obviously you've got a lot of keyboards, text to speech, voice search is still the same. Typical backup and restore is here, so nothing's changed in that department. You've also got still the date and time as a standard. Right, developer options, you've got USB debugging in here like usually would, and a load of other features. Obviously about your phone, still similar, Android 4.0, build, and obviously you still get your statuses, same as per usual. Another, sorry people, another good thing for this is being able to limit your background processes in development, background processes. So you can do it as leave it at standard limit, select no background, or go through 1, 2, 3 and 4. Right, we go out of that. That's back to the home screen. So it's nothing special, same as before. Same layout for apps. One thing that has changed though, if you give me a second, I'll show you, is when you hold the home button now, you get up this, what you've had open recently. It's a bit different from 2.3 than having just the app. See, I've been playing games. but we'll get back to that later with the performance of the games. Right, so Gmail has changed. It's a bit different. This is basically Gmail now. A little different from 2.3, but still very user easy. Typical refresh, etc. You've got galleries different. You still don't get a file manager with this one when you pre-install it, so don't forget that one. The Play Store updates once you connect up to it briefly, updates to the latest Google Play, but there isn't a major difference, to be honest. I think it's probably just some performance differences, that's it really. Right, if we go still the main screen, you've got no difference to it at all. Still the typical apps, go across, all still the same, except for this. You don't have it come across the bottom anymore. So, a feature I will mention, guys, is this auto add widgets is enabled by default. What it does is, well, as you can read, automatically adds home screen widgets for new apps. If you don't want all your new apps installing, making lovely widgets all over your home screen, I do suggest turning it off. It is a pain, I found, but some people may enjoy it. Anyway, back to my apps. You've still got the traditional setup, and obviously going across to all your apps. Right, on the Sony forum, someone said about lag on games. I've tested a few. If I show you one, to be honest, to me, the performance itself hasn't changed much. It's actually improved, I think. So if we go here, there we go. Right, give me a second, guys. Right, here we go. So, obviously still game is Heavy Gunner 3D. It is a paid one, if you like the looks of it. Sorry about this, it's just loading up the mission. So it's a general tilt. I'm not very good at it, guys, so, but anyway, in hindsight, that actually is, there's no lag on it from what I've seen. Also, with the regards to formatting your SD when you install it, after you install it, is a good choice. I tried it without it initially and it did lag. You've got a change in the contacts as well. So you've got just the 3 now here. So you've got phone when it loads. Is a bit slow on occasions. Right, here's the dial pad. Not much different, just bigger buttons, a bit more bulkier, but if you type in a number, for instance, it now quick searches. Sometimes it didn't always work on the other. But overall, it is a good ROM. It's worth an upgrade, or at least a try. Another little quick thing is in the notification area, instead of having to press go menu here and then to settings, all you do is now just drop down your notification bar, press there, and you're back into your settings. Another thing that's changed is you've got this where you hold your home screen to add your widgets, your applications, folders, your wallpapers and themes. Also, here's the Walkman player. It hasn't changed from 2.3. It's basically the same. You still have the basic, there you go, basic equalizer. But what you've got is, sorry guys, 2 seconds. Right, this is with xLoud on, another good feature. Right, another feature is with, if you couldn't hear me there, another interesting feature where you've obviously previously had to keep pressing the button to go like this to turn everything up and to turn that down, is you can now press on it, on the round bubble part, and you drag it yourself, which is quite a good one, which is nice. I found it quite an ease rather than pissing about personally. The alarm is still the same. And any other questions, just leave a message and I'll add it. Thanks very much, guys.